Okay, so we'll continue our discussion of movie ratings from the last time. So, as we saw, if we construct our query like we want average movie rating greater than 8, and also we want all the movies with the ratings that are not NA, and for the category actor, then let's see which are the top 10 actors that come in this list. Okay, so here you see we have actor Rajkumar, for whom we have highest number of movies with the rating greater than 8. So there are 151 titles. Now let's explore the actual movies in which Rajkumar acted and that had this rating greater than 8. So if you see, let's query for those movies. I already created this query. Okay, so I'm just creating okay, so I'm just selecting uh, Principal Rajkumar and all the movies in which he worked where average rating is greater than 8. So let me just make it sort of a string comparison, so that if there is something which is string and something which is integer, both of them come in same category. Okay, so if it is greater than 8, and let's try to find all such movies. Okay, so see there are a lot of movies. I think I didn't put any limit, so it returns around 184, which is okay. Okay, slightly more than what we saw in earlier query, maybe because of some string discrepancy. But what currently I'm interested in is the individual movies. For example, if you check this movie, yeah, so if you check this one, so we see the movie, what its name is, Murevare Vajrangalu. Okay, Murevare Vajragalu. So for this, the movie rating, yeah, it is actually 8.3, and you see this number of votes are 17. So for this, only 17 votes decided this movie's rating. And here, if you look at this one, so in this case, yeah, number of votes are 38. So what we should be checking, yeah, so these will be great movies, but they are not popular among many people. So let's try to run another query and see how the number of votes affect okay, how, okay, let's not check the effect. Let's check what is the number of votes for a particular movie, and what is average, and what is, you can say, let's try to check the maximum one. So let's try to check the movies with the, let's see what is the movie with highest number of votes for its ranking. So I'm checking this movie. Okay, so what I have to do, I have to say that let's put an aggregate function m dot average votes. It was num votes. Okay, so okay, so it will return all such movies. So we don't want that. We just want return maximum votes. Okay, so maximum number of votes are this, and let's try to find what was the movie for which the number of votes are maximum, like this one. So this number is quite big, definitely more than in tens. So what we are going to do now, we are going to get the titles and dot title, and then we are going to see count, uh, not count, we'll just say m dot num votes, and let's make it to a string, and then we order by votes, and we'll order DSC, and we'll say limit, let's say 10. So let's say top 10 movies with the maximum number of votes, and then we'll see, let's also see their rating. So average, and this is okay. And average rating. And there is one more thing we want to do, and that is to exclude all those movies which are having rating as NAR, which doesn't have number of votes. So we'll put a where clause here, where to a string number of votes not equal to NA, just in case it is a string, and it is stored as NA. So this one, okay. Then let's remove this to a string part, where this is getting weird. Okay, so now it makes sense. So we see the Shawshank Redemption has highest number of votes, that are how many? It's like 24 million, and here it's 23 million. So Dark Knight. Okay, so you can see that. Okay, so these are the movies with the highest number of votes. So yeah, looks like many of them are IMDb 250 movies. Currently, we don't have any indication to show at which spot this movie is in IMDb 250. That could be one other uh, uh, analysis that we'll do some other time. Maybe we require some more data for that. But what we are interested now is to mix these number of votes and ratings, and see what are the actors that have been part of movie with the rating greater, let's say greater than 9, that had a significant number of votes. So the query is going to be complex. I'm going to put that here anyways. So this will be, so we are selecting all the movies where movie votes are this. Let's put principal here before this. So let's match. Okay. We'll select all the other nodes. Okay, and the additional condition that we want to put is number of vote is not. And we'll put one more condition where this is greater than 9. And we will put one more condition, and that will be on numboards. So m dot numboards. Let's say we are only interested in the movies that are having vote count greater than 1 million, let's say. So if it is greater than 1 million, then only we are going to return, otherwise we will not. Okay, so because we also have these principles, so what we are going to do, we are going to count the principal. So we can say count p dot name, and we are going to do is movies. And instead of vote, we are going to count this by movies BSc limit 10. So we are going to get top 10 actors who have been part of movies with rating greater than 9. And we'll remove this votes part. We can keep it. So we are not interested in the title right now. We will need just actor name. Otherwise, we'll have just discount one. Okay, let's run this query. It's not defined. Right. So we will not need. Okay, so now we see Mario Ozu. Okay, so Mario Di Poggio is coming here because we didn't put a filter on this thing. This is principal. So we only are interested in those principles for which the category is actor. So let's put this here. Okay, so Al Pacino is the only one who has worked in more than one movie, and for which the number of votes were greater than 1 million, average rating was greater than 9, and now we can get a hint from our earlier query and even from this that these movies are from the Godfather series. And let's reduce number of votes. So instead of 1 million, let's make it 500,000. So if we reduce number of votes, still Al Pacino is leading. Let's make it 100,000. Okay, still the same. Let's make it 50,000. Okay, still the list is same. Let's make this rating little relaxed. So instead of 9, let me make it 8.5. Okay, now the list has changed. Now you see Tom Hanks has been part of 3 such movies, and along with Eliza Wood, Ian McLean. Okay, we can go and construct another query for on these individual actors to see what exactly those movies are. But yeah, now you get an idea like how we can explore ranking of actors based on in how many movies with greater than certain average rating and greater than certain number of votes they have worked. And yeah, so let's take an example of Tom Hanks, and let's try to find all 3 movies in which Tom Hanks has worked that have this particular criteria. So I'll just modify this query here itself. So we are interested in finding those movies. So I'll put a condition on the principal, and I'll say okay, name of principal should be Hanks. And we will try to find all movies And now we are going to return instead of all this, because we know what these things are. So p comma now we see these three movies. So the Green Mile, Forest Gump, same Private Ryan. So these movies have, you can check individually. So the rating of this is 8.56, which is greater than 8.5, and number of votes definitely more than 50,000. Okay, so in this way you can explore more actors and movies, and find how their ratings and vote counts are related